I wanted to surprise my husband for his birthday, so I secretly invited our family and close friends to celebrate with us. While I was chatting with a friend and trying to keep everything running smoothly, my son came home. I greeted him warmly, hoping he would at least say hello to everyone, but he walked in without a word and headed upstairs with his girlfriend. Somewhere along the way, the distance between us had quietly grown, and that unspoken tension had become a cloud I just couldn't shake. I barely had time to steady my emotions when my husband called and said he had missed his flight and would have to catch another one 2 hours later. At that moment, it never crossed my mind that he might be cheating. I had spent weeks planning this birthday surprise, and with one phone call, the entire plan fell apart. The next morning, I woke up to find him already dressed and heading out for a meeting at school. When I mentioned his absence the night before, he brushed it off, saying that after all these years together, there was no need to put so much effort into these things. As I was about to leave the house, I noticed he had forgotten his jacket. When I picked it up, his phone slipped out, and on the screen was a photo he had taken the night before with a much younger woman. That evening, we were invited to dinner by friends. Our friend's partner was young and beautiful, the kind of woman who naturally draws attention, and I felt my composure crack. Watching my husband chat warmly with the waitress only made my anxiety spiral, convincing me he could walk away from our marriage at any moment. Overwhelmed, I excused myself to the restroom to fix my hair and pull myself together. While standing there trying to calm down, I heard a woman crying in the stall next to mine. I reached over to offer her some toilet paper, and she muttered that men were all the same and none of them were worth it. I lowered my head, unable to disagree. When I left the restroom, I saw her face clearly. She was beautiful and not unfamiliar to me. I'd seen her around town with different men on different nights. To thank me, she insisted on giving me a decorative hairpin. I declined politely, saying I wasn't used to accepting gifts from strangers, and made an excuse to leave. Did you find that waitress sexy?
Which one?
The one you were flirting with. The way he scrambled to answer carefully only made me more suspicious that missing that flight hadn't been an accident. The next day, I sought out the young woman from the restroom and told her about my husband's infidelity. Her name was Chloe, and she agreed to help me. I believed that a young, attractive woman like her would be hard for any man to resist. Following our plan, she approached my husband at a restaurant, pretending she needed to borrow some sugar from his table just to catch his attention. Afterwards, she met me and carefully reported every detail of their interaction. She said he had only made small talk and hadn't crossed any obvious lines, but the fact that he initiated conversation with her was enough for me. To me, that meant he was already tempted. I was convinced he was on the verge of crossing a line. So I asked Chloe to test him again, because more than anything, I needed to know exactly where my husband's bottom line was.